The king is coming to dinner. That is the perfect opportunity for us to kill him. Clearly, that's the right thing to do. We should definitely kill this person. Now, for Under the Radar today, and when I say Under the Radar, I mean I've not seen anyone doing reviews on this or putting it on any top 10 list. This game is The Last Banquet. In terms of party games, this game is not very much like any other game that I've played, and I'm really quite surprised that it has received pretty much zero buzz about it. But it's one that I love. I only came across this one because I have a friend who really likes to buy board games with pretty artwork on the front cover, and this one really does have very pretty artwork. You're going to start the game by selecting different roles. Now, someone has to be the king to get killed, and their job is to stay alive. Then after that, you have two different sides. You have the roses and the towers, and those different family factions are going to compete to kill the king and gain dominance over the kingdom. To do this, both teams are going to start by taking their little pendants and putting them on to identify which team they are. Each person is also going to take character cards. These character cards are great, but on the back, you could just play the powers and the mechanics if you so wanted. But this is Halloween we're talking about here. Who wants to just get dressed up and just play mechanics? We're going to role play this sucker. Gives you a temperament for your character. This one is ambitious. Others are happy, jovial, excited to be there. Some are depressed, some are menacing. And in our groups, when we played it, we all took on these personas as best we could, and it was just so much more fun. Once the teams are formed and everyone has their characters, each team is going to go into a huddle with the king well and truly out of earshot, and they're going to get one of these weapons. Once it's decided who's actually going to take the weapon, everyone tries to keep that secret and hidden to themselves. Everyone goes and joins the circle. Each team has one of these weapons, and they're going to try and situate their person next to the king by the end of the round so that that person can assassinate the king. The king will join the circle and stand wherever he or she chooses to sit. That person will pass their scepter either to their left or to the right, and when each person takes the scepter, they get to have their turn. Now, in the base game, the powers are pretty basic, so they tend to just revolve around moving the scepter in different directions, getting people to swap places, yourself to swap places with people. The idea is that it starts to mix the circle up as you go and as you play. Now, at the end of each round, everyone should be seated because they've had their turn. King will die if there is only one person sitting next to him with the weapon. But if both teams get their players sitting next to the king survives another round. King only has to last 3 rounds to win. Each team only has to get one of their players next to him with the weapon. It's a party game that really utilizes the social elements of play quite well, and one that I found to just be really fascinating and engaging the whole time while playing, and I think lends itself to parties really well. There's no doubt about it in my mind that The Last Banquet is a high quality game, so it really surprises me that so few people have been talking about it, and for any Halloween get together I recommend having a party game just like this. I hope you'll check it out, The Last Banquet. I'm Dave Adams, and stay a friend of the blend.